I know I'm a little bit early, but I just want to get in here and make sure everything was looking pretty decent, etc. So I'll wait for folks to come in. Just chit chat in the interim. Got to find a way to see how to get these messages noticed. I don't want to share. Okay. I don't need to learn more. Alrighty, it'll be 6 p.m. shortly, folks. Happy, what is today? Tuesday. Tomorrow's my spin day. And yes, I have it in. I'll wait. I'll wait until folks come in. But yeah. Ooh, yes. Busy day. Wait till the folks come in. Busy day for me. Busy day for me. Let's see. At some point, I'm going to learn this iPad. I know how to use the iPad, but for the purposes of doing these lives, what's going on, folks? What's going on? Hello, Files. Hello, Files. How are you? How are you? Hopefully, the things stay up here while I. So, oh no, they're disappearing. I don't know how to get them to stay. Uh, Let me get out of here. Oh my God, my rows are showing. Ah, so many of them. Folks, thank you, Fowles, for being here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. I am a bit early, so I am going to. Cali King 916. Hello. How are things out there in sunny California? How are things there in sunny California? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button. I do appreciate it. And of course, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Please do so. Please do so. Yeah, it has been a busy 5 more minutes per this clock here. It has been a beautiful day for me. It's been cool outside with a beautiful day and a busy day. A beautiful spring day there, Cali King. Hello, Shaggy Girl. How are you? How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for stopping by. Thanks so much for stopping by. She's speaking to everyone in the chat. Oh, she's speaking to everyone in the chat. Hello, Don't Hurt the Harvest. How are you? How are you? Wonderful day. Angela Critters, how are you? How are you? Man, I got this new iPad and I do know how to operate the iPad, but for the purposes of doing lives on here, no. So I see that your comments are coming and then they're going away. Maybe because I put, well, that was on my laptop. I'll get it together somehow. Thanks so much for being here, everyone, and hopefully you can stay for a bit. Hopefully you can stay for a bit. So I'm going to get started with my little news and then into the actual article. Not going to take up too much time. So I'm sure that most of you have heard that I live here in Maryland. So here in Maryland, about 1:30 in the morning this morning, there was a container ship that ran into the Francis Scott Key Bridge there. Like I think some reports said 695, but it's a major thoroughway. They get like 12 million drivers per year that crosses the bridge each and every day. So yeah, from the AP report that when I looked at it at 4:46 this afternoon before getting myself together to come on and present it and other things written by Leah Skeen. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name correctly at 3:20 p.m. Uh, yeah, this at 3:20 p.m. the report came out. Yeah, and that looks, oh my God, it's horrific. Callie King said he saw the video on that. But yeah, you can go and get the latest updated news. But yeah, about around 1:30 this morning, per the reports, is that this container ship, which is under the flagship of Singapore, per the report, ran into the Francis Scott Key Bridge, and most of it is collapsed. Most of it is collapsed. And from this report, it's saying that 6 are presumed dead. Uh, they're presumed to be construction workers that was working, overnight to fill potholes. Per the report, maybe some other information has come out since 4:46 when I, saw this report online. And it said that the ship had lost power and that the ship had caught a fire. They had saw black smoke, etc. All the people on the container ship was accounted for. Two people they had pulled from the water, the other six not accounted for. And the report said that multiple vehicles went into the water, although authorities aren't sure whether people were inside at the time that that it went into the water. So yeah, so the two people that were pulled from the water, they were treated at the hospital and then they were released. So yeah, and I'm sure that's going to be an ongoing thing. The report said that President Biden, you know, is going to give any and all funds to the effort. And of course, Maryland has declared a state of emergency with regards to this particular incident, as most of the time happens. The report did say that commerce won't be affected, like it won't be anything like the 19 and major supply chain disruptions, but that maybe whatever things were on there might have been possibly cars and possibly farm equipment. They were mentioning those type of things on there, but just those, the video of that is just horrific, just horrific. So yeah, what is the title of this? I say that all the time. I forget it. Unemployed. You find yourself unemployed. Now what? So a few tips, and that was the news. And then we're going to get into something a little bit more light. We're going to get into something a little bit more light, folks. But yeah, I saw this article. This was a little bit back. It's dated February 26th this year at 2:09. The It's from CNBC, and Annie Nova is the person that did. I'm not going to read a lot of it or probably any of it, but it says the title is Unemployment Benefits, emergency savings. We always go back to that, having that emergency fund, folks, having that emergency fund. And then it goes on to say, here's how to get by without a paycheck after a job loss. And it goes into things, and I wrote down some things, and I did number them, but it may not be in the particular order that you would go and apply and try to get these benefits. And what I'm saying that a person is, in this particular case, unemployed now, means that your job went away to another place. The job closed down and they're not going to another place within the United States or outside the United States, that type of thing. A clean unemployment, like you didn't go in there and, cuss your boss out and all this other stuff, and you get yourself, fired, made yourself unemployed that particular way. But I wrote down emergency fund, and it is surprising, well, not surprising to me, that the title has emergency savings. So of course the emergency fund is critical and important in the budget. So you need to make sure that you have an emergency funds for occasions such as this and other things that happen. Of course, the car goes out. It could be anything, the dishwasher, the refrigerator or something. Or if you know that something is on the fritz and you have, some emergency savings saved up already, then that is a good thing. You're not like, oh my God, where am I going to get this money to get this refrigerator or to get this minor repair to your vehicle, etc. So emergency fund, gotta have that. Some places will offer a severance package, and if you're so lucky to be in a company that does that, then great and good for you. But as we know, sometimes these severance packages may not be all that large, and they may not last a long while. So please make sure that if you do have one, that is great. But when you get it, make sure that you are, spending it wisely. And of course, one of the other things that I will go into, if you're just taking care of the four walls, as Dave Ramsey says. Now, I'm not promoting or saying people go and check out all that he has to offer. I'm just mentioning it. I do listen to Dave Ramsey, and I do follow some of the things that he says, and some of them with a tweak or twist to make it work for me. But yeah, if you get that severance package, make sure that you are spending it wisely. Of course, after you lose your job, then you're going to be looking for another job. And that is number 3 that I have on here, look for another job. That may be number 1. Like I said, I just wrote them down and not in any particular order. But, money will be still needed to carry on your household and anything that your children have, if you have them, have going on outside of you, or if you're helping your child with college, that is going to be going on also will continue to go on. And if you have a husband or a spouse or a spouse or significant other, and they are going to be picking up, picking up until you can get another job, etc., then that is a good thing. And if that relieves your mind and you don't have to worry too much, then that's a great thing. But of course, you will be looking for another job. That is number 3 that I have on here. Networking is very important. Networking with your buddies, networking with the people that was at the job that you just lost, networking with the people that you, and this is what you should be doing while in college. One of the many things that you should be doing while in college is networking with people, because you never know who they know and if you will ever need them down the road. That is one thing you should be doing. It'll probably be one of the places. I know at K to 12, yeah, you're going to meet a lot of folks along that journey, and it's going to be a lot of folks. And not to say you're going to interact with everyone, but that is a place where you're going to be around a lot of people. But definitely in college, for the 4, 5, 6 or plus years that you are going to be going, based on whatever profession you decide to go into the first time, second time, or third time, then you are going to be meeting a lot of people there. A great place to network, meet folks, make contact, get their information, and do all the things. Networking, those college contacts may come in handy, etc. Also, along with networking, you may need to relocate. You may need to move to another city within your state, or you may need to move to another state, or you may need to move to another country, etc. All of this is depending on what your family dynamics is. For instance, if you are married, I understand that that's something big that everyone needs to be involved in and have some input. If you are, in a relationship, you're not married to someone, that can be a little bit different. It's not like you have pieces of paper and all this other stuff to where someone else's voice and opinion, you're going to give some weight to. We're talking about you, and you are, in essence, not to be rude or disrespectful, a standalone person, in the whole thing, even though you're in a relationship with someone, unless, you got a ring and a date or something other like that. So you may have to relocate. You may have to relocate to find a new job, a better job with more income, more benefits, or etc. All the things that you may want in addition to those two things. Whatever you put on the list, income and the benefits may not be of importance to you, but I can't see how that would be for anyone. But everyone is different. Everyone is different. Unemployment benefits. If your company allows for the unemployment benefits to happen, in this particular instance, then definitely go down there and apply for unemployment benefits. And I got on here, and any other benefits that you may be entitled to. Of course, you have been paying federal taxes and state taxes. We'll just keep it to the state. Please make sure, if you need to get EBT, you need to get on Medicaid for yourself and your children, however that works now, you go down there and you apply for those benefits, etc. Because other people will get it and you won't, and you've been paying your taxes into it. Don't be pride goes before the fall. Do not be prideful. If you need it, go down and get it. You paid into it. What else? Number 7 that I have on here is to cut back and to cut out on the things. Like I mentioned before, you're going to be taking care of the major things, only the major things. If your budget has been tight before you, found yourself in this particular situation of being unemployed. Rent, mortgage, food, your utilities, phone, car payments, those type of things, etc. Because you're going to need the car to go around and do interviews, etc., etc. Unless you do Uber, that is a cost. You know how it goes. You would just do a cost benefit analysis of taking Uber, or keep doing the payments on your car, etc. So definitely, if you have all of those things going on, then that emergency fund really needs to be beefed up if you are just a single person. And if you are in if you're married to, 2-person household and with kids, etc., then yeah, that emergency fund needs to be really beefed up. But back to the cut back and cut out. You can slowly start to cut back on things, and then possibly just slowly cut them out if you don't find yourself getting a job within a month or two or something like that, to where, okay, this particular subscription over here is too much. I can't continue to go out. That would have been the first. I can't continue to eat out like I have been, etc. Cut back and cut out unnecessary things that you don't need, you and or your family don't need. Number 8, and I went into it already, was to apply for all and any state benefits that you can. Definitely that Medicaid to cover. At least I know your. I was on Medicaid once. This was many, many, many moons ago when my daughter was first born. I was on Medicaid and welfare. also in two. And yeah, you definitely have to make sure you can, I don't, whether they do it for both people or just a child, etc. But go down there and apply. You paid into the system. Go and get your benefits. And I wrote here Medicaid, SNAP, EBT, and they may be the same thing depending on what state you're in. I also have one here, sell unused and one unwanted items that are still in good condition and can be reused, etc. You can do that online at eBay and all these other particular places. Or if you go to thrift shops or stores like that and you find something that's brand new and you can resell it, then do that, etc. They have a lot of different places where you can go and sell uh, new, close to new items so that you can make some money in the interim if you find yourself unemployed. If you find yourself unemployed, and also finding yourself unemployed, we have to always be conscious and aware of our mental health is very important because you don't want to start okay, this happened to me. Got it. Now I'm going to do the things that I need to do for myself so that I don't go crazy. I'm going to continue to look for a job. I'm going to get up every morning as though I have some place to go and something to do. If it's just to get on here and apply for jobs online or go to places and ask if they're look maybe I'm dating myself saying that, but yeah, you're going to call friends to see if they're where they're working, if they are hiring, etc. You're going to call the networking all the networking that you have done over the years with your previous jobs, your current job, those people from high school, maybe, depending on how close you are back to that, and your college contacts, etc. You're going to be doing something for your mental health every day so that you don't get in there and start to go stir crazy. You definitely want to make sure that you are taking care of your mental health at all times because you don't want to be compounding things onto what it is that you have going on now, the being unemployed, etc. And of course, when you're talking to your friends, possibly about your being unemployed, and if it was due to no fault of your own, it shouldn't be in my brain, an issue as to why you're unemployed. If you're just newly unemployed, then you just say the company went away, um, you know, there was very little demand for the particular product that we produce, etc. Whatever it is, then just go with that. Tell them that, etc. If you find yourself that you're letting this stuff get to you, 4 or 5 months pass, and then your friends see or understand or know that you don't have a new job, etc. Then you know you may think that they are starting to look at you different differently, and it's possible that they are, but they won't voice anything. So make sure that you are doing something every day to take care of your mental. And of course, if you have to look for another job, some people may be in a situation where they don't, but most, I think, probably do, that start to do something every day. Get up, like I said, and get dressed and hit the computer to look for a job, go outside to look for a job, go do something, take a walk, make sure you get your physical fitness in, etc. Do something so that you don't go stir crazy. And if you have children that you have to transport to and from school, etc., then that is a good something to help with it, to do a little break in between. So yeah, make sure that you are taking care of your mental health at all costs. At all costs. And that emergency fund, once again, the budgeting, this is the budgeting channel, the budgeting and the emergency savings is going to be critical, like this article said. Now, one thing that they did say in here, and I just, because it was different from what it is of the things that I had mentioned. If it takes a while to find another job, the next best place from which to pull money is any taxable non-retirement investment account. And of course, it says this may increase your tax bill, but you won't have the penalties that come along with taking money out of your actual retirement savings early, because there is a penalty for that. That is something to consider if you have taxable non-retirement going on. And speaking of being unemployed by choice, you say, hey, I'm retiring, I'm tired of working, I don't want to do this. Or, you may have met an age requirement for your federal government job, et cetera, et cetera. And now you say, okay, now is the time that I am going to retire. And hopefully you have done the things before then before you actually retire, before you make yourself unemployed. Let's stick with unemployed. This is voluntary unemployment you're doing because you want to do it. And of course, you're going to hopefully make possibly, there are folks out there that, have pension jobs, very few nowadays, very few. So you're going to get your pension. And if you are of a particular age, 62, we know that we can draw Social Security early. So if that is something you want to do, then sign up for that. And then if you're at the age where you can draw your full Social Security, then of course you're possibly folks are going to do that, sign up to draw their full Social Security. And then you still may want to get a part-time job just to keep your mental health going, etc. You want something to do. You just don't want to be at home all day and basically not doing anything. So yeah, that is if you choose to be unemployed by choice, i.e. retirement, etc. I put that on there. It's a little something. So yeah, that money, and most, like I mentioned yesterday in my live, that most of these articles that I printed out and the ones that I am reading is always going back to budgeting and having that emergency savings, having that emergency fund. Key and critical, folks, key and critical to a whole lot of things. What's been going on, folks? What has been going on? Today was a busy day for me. I've been not really do my kitchen like in painting or anything like that, but just moving things around and making sure that when I reach for my pots and pans, I'm not having to bend down so much because I'm 29 and I can't be having that stuff going on so much. Oh, I gotta preserve the back for other things. Okay, let's move past that, Wanda. Move past that. But yeah, just doing a lot of rearranging and decluttering and throwing things out that I haven't been using and putting the pots and pans in a different space. All this other stuff. So real busy, real busy. Yeah. What is going on with you? How was your Tuesday? How was your Tuesday? How was your Tuesday? Oh, it looks chilly outside. I haven't gone outside today, but it looks cool. I don't know. Is it spring? I don't know because the weather each day tells me that it is something different. And woo! Yeah, that is scary. Tuesday Tunes. Tuesday Tunes. This is the little area of the show, of the broadcast, I shouldn't say show, of the broadcast, where we just talked a little bit about music. It was something that I had on the brain. And who's, yes, it was Shantarment. Shantarment. Please make sure you go and check out her channel, Shantarment. She's over there, Michelle and Nelson, their channel, Shantarment. I went over there and saw one of their videos, and there was a live band in the video, and the live band was playing. I love a live band, folks. I love a live band. And the band was there, and they was playing music, and there was folks singing, some songs, etc., etc. So that was that kind of sort of made my day. I love a live band. Such a great thing, such a great thing. And I love, I put in the comments like real musicians. And I'm not saying that someone that doesn't play an instrument isn't a musician. Of course they are. They're an artist, etc. But I love a live band and love seeing folks that can actually play instruments, etc. And my son-in-law, he is a musician also too. He can play a lot of the keyboards, the congos, the drums. He does a whole lot. The bell, more cowbell. Me, more cowbell. If you remember that SNL thing. But yes. So what type of music do you listen to? And has the music changed? I know for some of the old heads out there, not me. Not me. But I have noticed, well, to me, it seems as though it has, changed a little bit. It's just different. It's just different. You like what it is that you like, and what it is that you've grown up with. If you have seen it change over the years or something or another like that, then it can be a little different. But I always go back to the old songs. I listen to them on YouTube for free. And of course, I still have CDs of some of my faves, etc. And that's always a good thing. I know that people are into streaming their music, etc. and all that good stuff. And no, not going to tell me when I'm going to be able to play my music if the internet goes down. Voila, no music for you that way. Or for me if I'm using YouTube. But if you have the CDs, and I suggest this to some of the younger folks that I meet, uh, 0 to 28, 0 newborns. If you have an artist that you love, and make sure that you get the CDs that they have, because if the internet goes down, and we know that it may not go down for a long period of time, but who knows, okay. You can, if you can always have your music to listen to, or hardback books, etc., crossword puzzles, all that type of thing. But yeah, just get into my tunes. Tuesday tunes. So yeah, I wrote down some things to do, a little trivia, etc., if folks were here. But nonetheless, there is this one video that I listen to a lot. Hello, Renee, Secret Garden. How are you? How are you? Thanks for listening in. Thanks for listening in. How are you? How are you? Thank you for listening in. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Uh, Etta James. This was many, many, many moons ago. I was living in Maryland still. I was living in an apartment, my husband and I and my daughter. And um, good. Glad you're doing good, Renee. Glad you're doing good. Glad you're doing good. And BB King had a special, and he had a lot of folks on there. Shaka Khan was on there. Etta James was on there. Dr. John was on there. I think Gladys Knight was on there. Yeah, they were on there, and it was fantastic. I'm not gonna say, because I don't want to get in trouble with the FCC, because you shouldn't be recording stuff. But nonetheless, um, Etta James and Dr. John did her song, and it may have been recorded prior to her. I don't know, but that was the first time that I had heard it was, and the song was "I'd Rather Go Blind." Oh, yeah, "I'd Rather Go Blind." Oh my God, if you go to YouTube and put in Etta James and Dr. John, "I'd Rather Go Blind," and it's BB King is the person that introduces them, so you know it'll be the right one. Oh my goodness, I just love that to pieces. I just love that to pieces. There's a whole lot of other ones I love too, but I just love that to pieces. And man, that one, and I have a couple of her CDs, and she does one, and in one of the CD, I know I'm jumping around, and in one of the CDs she does Good Morning Heartache and Man oh Man. That woman, oh my God. And I know that they did a movie about, or she was in the movie. I think Beyonce played her character, Miss Etta James, and oh my goodness, oh my goodness, wow, powerful voice, powerful voice. Ah, it was just so fantastic. Yeah, who else? Oh, and Lionel Richie. He has been around for forever. This is Tuesday Tunes, folks. Tuesday Tunes. This other part of the broadcast is just Tuesday Tunes. Just chatting it up about some of my faves, some of the folks that I love and enjoy listening to their songs and stuff. Is, I think, you love the type of music that you love, and if you love that old school stuff, R&B, gospel, rock, light rock, classic, etc., then that is what you tend, jazz, that is what a person would tend to gravitate back to. You're going to gravitate back to or towards the stuff that you love. And if some of the newer stuff in the genre that you love isn't working for you, then you're going to gravitate back, which is what I find myself doing. Yeah, Lionel Richie, he has been around for a long while and is still out here touring, from what I understand. Oh, I love him too. I love him too. And I loved it when he was with the Commodores originally. He may have been with some other group, but when I was introduced, he was with the Commodores. And wow, 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 wow. Fantastic, folks. Fantastic. Love Lionel Richie. And we know a few artists that, they have been responsible for making children. I'll just put it that way. Not them themselves, but their music has been an influence in that particular department. And one of the folks I wrote down was Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye. Who are some of the other ones? God, I should know them right off, but that was the one that I wrote down. I should know them right off. Barry White a little bit, responsible for babies coming into the world. Yeah, yeah, just love it. But yeah, Now the way, of course, music and the way that we get it, like I mentioned before, streaming is the latest iteration of how we are getting music. Because way back when, from what I understand, because I'm 29. Hello, Teddy P. Yes, Teddy P. Turn off the lights. Thank you, Renee. Secret card. Thank you, Renee. Yes. Woo-hoo. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, Teddy P. And trust and believe. If he was still alive and doing a concert, yeah, my husband would be able to go with me to the concert, and I'll be throwing something up on stage. Trust and believe. Oh, that's a fine piece of furniture right there. Nice piece of chocolate. Nice piece of chocolate. Yes. Yeah, the different ways that we are getting our music. First it was the 45s and the 33s. There might have been another one. I don't know why 78 comes to my brain, or 66. I don't know. But I know 45s and 33s were very prevalent back there in the olden days. This is what I've heard now. Let me stop. Let me stop. The very first 45 that I bought was, and it was of my favorite group, the OJs was Love Train. I don't know what the B side was, but it was Love Train. Love Train. The OJs is my favorite group. My favorite group, the OJs. The OJs. Yeah. Yeah. First was that, and then it was the cassette tape and 8 track. I don't know whether they were at the same time or not, because I saw both at the same time, but that doesn't mean anything. So I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. No, I think the 8 track came first, because I remember that. And then the cassette came. And then, we got CDs. I don't think there was anything in between. We got CDs. And now we have streaming. There wasn't anything after CDs. Now we have streaming, etc. So yeah, it has gone through a whole lot. I wonder what the next thing is going to be. I wonder what the next thing is going to be. Are they doing? I don't know. They may be doing it now, and maybe they do it with those virtual reality things. Maybe they are having people attend concerts that way. I don't know, but if they did, that would be something I would be interested in, because I can't. I mean, I the last concert that I went to was Anita Baker's, and that was last year. My daughter took me there for, well, it was a gift to my daughter from my grandson. No, not from my grandson, from my son-in-law, and she took me along. He got 2 tickets, and she took me. So that was the last one I went to, and that was fantastic. There was no problems, no issues, and that is something that I keep in my mind. Like, if I go to a concert, no one wants anything to jump off when they go to a concert or anything like that, because when you're going to these places like the concert, the movies, or to a park, where there a band or something's going to be playing, etc. When it's your in your off time on the weekend, etc., whenever it is, you're going there to relax, to unload some stress, etc., just to have a little fun. You don't want anything to bother that, or to interrupt that, or to cause that to not be a good time for you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And it is just so hard. It is just so hard, because folks just, I'll just put it this, I won't act right. I'll just put it that way. So yeah. Yeah. Uh, Giving you the best that I've got, yes, is one of your favorite songs. Yes. Yes, Miss Anita Baker. Oh my goodness. And it was in Baltimore, at one of their arenas. I want to say arenas, but I mean arenas. Uh, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I love her. Giving you the best that I got. I mean, we can sing those things now. What are some other songs? I should know them. Love you slow. Yeah, she sings so effortlessly. Yes, and she's a song. I think they call her the songbird. And when we were there, she would kept telling the folks. I don't know, maybe the audio. For lack of a better term, I'll call them the audio folks. The audio folks. like she just kept hearing something or what have you. And I think they may have been playing the song in her ear. Maybe this is what they do, playing the song in her ear, or maybe so she can know the words or something. She was like, "There's something going on." She was like, "I don't need, She actually sings the song. Just play the instrumental part of it. She actually sings it. She was saying something about some reverb and all this other stuff. She said, "No, no, no, I don't do that. Not like the other artists, etc. I don't do that. I just, she just does her thing. She just sings the song, out of her mouth, etc. She doesn't do all of that." But yeah, and I have, I think, two of her albums also. Her albums, I call them albums, but they're CDs, but albums nonetheless, in my collection. And I also have, and I know that I mentioned this before, I also have the CD player, old day CD player, and I got some headphones where you put the little thing in there, etc., and you can listen. So if something jumps off, when this thing dies, then I can listen to it that particular way. I have like the boom box thing also too, but a little bit more portable one that also too. But yeah, the music is just for me, definitely different. I had Sam Cooke on, and oh, you had Sam Cooke and lost it. Oh my, oh my. Well, if you had the CD, hello, Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures. How are you? How are you doing? How's the family? How's the family there in New York? I want to say, how are they doing? I think it's your daughter and your grands. How are they doing? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Yeah, just different. But Tuesday tunes, Tuesday tunes. Yeah, some of the other things that I wrote down, and that was trivia questions type stuff, and I'm going to keep that for another day, maybe tomorrow, Hump Day Wednesday. But yeah, I saw that Ghostbusters, and this is a movie that I do want to see. That I do want to see. That they did pretty good over the weekend. I didn't write down how much they made, but it's Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire. It's been 30 years since the first one came out, and I do want to see this one at some point, maybe when it comes to DVD or something like that. And I'm sure they might have it on those streaming services, which I don't have. And I know that my daughter has it, but I'm not going over there to get it when it does come out more sooner than later, on whatever streaming service that it may come out on. I'm sure they may have, well, if they get it on DVD, I may get it too. But that's probably going to be way down the road. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that's getting to be something else too, man. It has been a minute. I am telling you, a minute since I have gone to a movie. It has been a minute. Another place where, when they did the phones, it it got to be different up in the movie theater when they started letting people go up in there, and and the phones and all this other stuff, and people don't have respect for other people's. Uh, some people just don't have boundaries. They have zero respect for folks. And knowing that people, like I mentioned before, when they're coming out and spending their money after they've worked all week, they're just trying to relax, have a few peaceful moments, by themselves or with their loved one or ones, etc. And you can't get any peace. You're going to be in there on the phone is ringing, and all this other stuff, and it's crazy. And I don't want to be mixed up in and around that. I don't want to, get a bad attitude at that, with someone, or just about a whole situation or something jumping off. And I, taking time out to get ready and get in the car and, pay for the thing in advance, or at the venue, however they're doing it now, probably pay in advance, go in there and then hear somebody phone ringing, and then they actually get on the phone and have a conversation. No, I don't want to do that or hear that. And that's gonna put me in a bad way, quick, fast, and in a hurry. And then if you try to say something to someone, then people get, oh, they they look at you like you did something wrong, like you are crazy for wanting peace in a few moments. Oh my goodness, it's just amazing. It is just amazing. Yeah, that is it for Tuesday Tunes. Tuesday Tunes. Just a reminder or so, etc. with regards to voting, if you vote and you plan to vote, please make sure that you are registered. Please make sure that you are registered. Now is the time to do it. And now is the time also to make sure that if you have registered already in the past, that your information with your state board of elections is up to date, Make sure that the address that you live at now is actually what they have on the voter rolls, etc. I did election judge quite a few times here in Maryland. I dare you ask for peace. Yes, I know. I choose violence, these people are saying to me. I choose violence, and you should also. Let's fight. It's just amazing to me. Just amazing to me. Ah, man. Misery loves company, I guess. And they have to know, but I guess they go to these particular places, events, outings, etc., and they do this all the time, and they do not get any pushback. No one says anything to them, and they probably know that no one is going to say anything to them because this is what they do and this is how they are, and no one wants to be on the news or get recorded, fussing or trying to tell someone, hey, can you please not talk on the phone while I am trying to enjoy this movie or this concert, etc. Yeah, they know you're not going to do anything because you don't want to be filmed or be the highlight in their TikTok or their YouTube or Instagram or wherever they're going to put it, etc., and a whole host of other things. Or maybe they're bigger than you, they can fight you and all those other stuff, and or they just want to test it. But they are probably the type that do it all the time. They're probably the type that do it all the time, and it's unacceptable behavior. And some people just have no home training. No home training. Sad but true. But yes, as I was saying, I did election judge quite a few times here in Maryland and PG County. And yes, please make sure that if you moved or something or another like that, or you got married and now you've taken on a new name, etc., please make sure that you go down to your board of elections, and maybe you can go online and do it. And if you do go online and do it, please make sure that you do follow up to make sure that the information is actually there and it has been recorded. Some places may still send, a piece of paper saying, this is your new registration card, if they still do that in some of the states. But yeah, please make sure that you do that. If you moved, definitely if you got married and you change your name to your married name, or if you got a new name totally altogether, etc., make sure that you do that so that you can be good to go for your particular state when the election does happen. So yeah, yeah. And that was the little political political Tuesday. But yeah, yeah. And with regards to music, I see, of course, it has been happening for quite some time where the artists, they have branched off into a whole host of other different things because however it is that they're getting their money with, yeah, my nose seems like it's trying to want to run. With regards to just the music itself, may not be doing a lot, or maybe they signed a bad deal. And I do hear that a lot in some of these all these podcasts that I go to listen to, the Joe Budden podcast and a few others, etc. And they talk about music and a whole host of things. They talk about a whole host of things. I like that podcast a whole lot. And yeah, I see that they're doing a whole lot of things. They're doing advertisements for the different places and what have you. Now, I did have a whole roll of tissue in here, and now I don't have any. So I am going to end this live because I don't want to dip out and come back in. Thank you all so much for coming in. Renee's Secret Garden, the Bud Files, Jeremy and Cheryl's Cruise Adventures. Thank you all so much for coming in. Any of the folks that are watching in the bushes, thank you so much. And all the folks that will catch the rebroadcast, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you already haven't. I do appreciate your time, and definitely make sure you go to my community wall. Check out the latest. I don't know whether I polled there or not today or not. I may not have done that, but thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Take care and have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye-bye.